broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets went glare with the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Leading off with CD Brew Monster Tire, number 6, Eric Bacon.
Welcome in, Generals fans. We are ready now for the action as Eric Bacon will step into the batter's box. He is actually leading the Seguin River Monsters with a 297 average, as he will be the first batter here tonight. He'll see one outside for ball one. So we are hoping to get the center field camera going for you here shortly. This one hit deep into left. Caleb Cotton back underneath it though, and right before the warning track, able to make that catch. So that is out number one. As now Alfonso Camacho will come up to bat. Alfonso so far has 25 hits on this TCL season. CC strike one come across. He's got 38 strikeouts so far as well. Strike two, 0-2 count now. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As the Generals are looking to pick up where they left off yesterday. That one called a ball though, low and outside, making it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Checks the swing, but It's too late for him. That is out number 2.
Now batting for the River Monsters, number 41, Austin Tracer.
The shortstop, Austin Strassner, will now come up to bat for the Seguin River Monsters, as the Generals are now looking to get out clean of this top of the first inning. Outside for ball 1. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin so far batting a .244. He's got 21 hits, 17 runs on this season. And that's strike 2 right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs with nobody on. Checks the swing, but he is called out, and it only took 10 pitches to get out of the top half of the first inning. And Drew showing the control already early in this game, as we will be right back with the bottom half of the first. It's the leadoff batter, Damian Whitfield, followed by Caleb Cotton, Diego Diaz, and if need be, Cole Tabor will be the batters that we see for the bottom half of the first. Number 52 center fielder Damian Whitfield will be the leadoff batter here for the Generals. Damian so far batting .279, 38 hits with 34 runs, not to mention all the stolen bases that he has, 37 of them on the season so far here in the TCL. One ball, 1 strike. It's going to even it up, 1-1 count. Damian shows bunt, lays this one down, tries to beat the throw, unable to do so. He goes down.
Now batting for the Generals, number 4,
Left fielder Caleb Cotton will now follow suit. He'll step into the box, but hopefully a different outcome here. Diego Diaz will now come up. Caleb Cotton does reach first successfully. This one deep at the wall, though. Cotton's going to round second, go into third, as that's going to be a stand-up double. Cole Tabor now comes into the batter's box with runners at second and third. Only one out so far. You'll see strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He's able to get this one through the gap there between first and second. Caleb Cotton's going to come across, and he'll be the first run up on the board. And just like that, the Generals lead 1-0. As these Generals are picking up right where they left off after that 17-4 victory last night. Travis Bragg now steps up, runners at the corners. And last year's TCL Player of the Year. Let's see what he can do here in the batter's box. One's way inside. This one a chopper, but does go foul. So that's going to make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still only 1 out. The Generals lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first. Tries to get Cole over at first with the throwout, but unable to do so. He's able to slide back successfully. Runner does go. Cole in there safely. So while Cole takes off for second, Diego comes sliding across home, making it a 2-0 game. Two to zero, man on second. And this one, again, the gap through first and second. And Cole's gonna come all the way around, safe at home, 3-0 already. Three to zero, one out, man on first. Designated hitter Juan Cantua coming up to bat now. We've already seen Juan in just his short time with the team hit a home run over right field wall. One ball, no strikes, one out. That one called a strike, evening up the count, 1-1. Two balls, one strike. And he's called safe at first. Seguin does get the second out of the inning for them, but unable to turn the double play. As now runner's gonna go. He thinks about rounding, but stays there at second. One now. Makes contact, but this one, just a dribbler. The pitcher able to make the toss to first, and finally Seguin gets out of the inning, but the damage is done as the Generals lead 3-0. And that's going to be a successful single, guys. We will be right back. We're still working through just a few technical issues here. We will be right back. Are you on channel? What channel are you on now?
All right. Hit on Diego to Tabor down to Turdage to make that a pull double play. 6-4-3 double play there. We're normally seeing that all the time for the Generals. As we have Connor Kaiser up for the River Monsters. As the first offer to Kaiser will be in there for strike one. 2 outs, no one on.
Oh, there. First to lead back. It says he's trying to transmit now. Hang on. His final
As it's going to be a 1-1. As that ball went outside. We have Drew on the bump and Ermis behind the plate. The 1-1.
Yeah, I'm on channel one.
Right outside for ball 2.
Switch over here.
Here comes the offer. Swung on left field. Caleb Cotton under it to end to retire the half inning. Recap of a half inning. A normal, typical Generals fashion 6-4-3 double play to Diego Diaz to Cobos to Turgeon. That was making that 2 outs, and the pop out to Caleb Cotton in left field to retire the half inning. As it looks like they'll have Cody still on the bump for the River Monsters this evening. As it's 3-0, the Generals lead. We're going to have Turgeon, Cobos, and then we're going to be back up to the top of the Generals batting order with Whitfield. That'll be the 3 guaranteed batters for this half inning. Generals are having 4 hits so far this evening, 1 error. So we have some warm-up pitches again for Cody up on their bump. At Riverside Stadium this evening, it is currently 89 degrees. It's going to stay in the 80s till 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a little hot evening. And as the feel like of 90, so it is a little toasty on the turf field this evening. As we will have Turgeon up for the Generals at the bottom of the second. And his first offer, strike inside for a 0-1 count. As a strike 2 in there for 0-2. As it's going to be a foul ball out to the parking lot. As Turgeon seeing an 0-2 count here in the bottom of the second. He's the leadoff for the Generals. As the 0-2 comes. Check swing, commits, drops the third strike. So the catcher goes up and tags him for the secure out for out number 1 of the half inning. As we have Ian Kobos coming up for the Generals. As Turgeon had the strikeout. As Kobos' first offer, ball high. As the 0-1 offers, comes in there with strike 1, 1-1. As that was the River Monster, Cody's 25th pitch of the game so far. Here comes the 1-1. Kobos with good awareness, making it a 2-1 count with 1 out, no one on. And the offer down low for a 3-1 for Kobos this evening for his first at-bat. As the fans at Riverside is having a great evening. As Kobos thought that was a ball 4 outside, but the umpire behind the plate calls that a strike 2 for a full count, 1 out, no one on. Ian Kobos at the plate. And the full count as Kobos scoots back for a ball 4 as he takes his base. As we are back on the top of our lineup with Damian Whitfield. As if I remember, he had a bunt his first time out, but got out at first. Kobos wandering off first base. First offer to Whitfield, ball high. So we have Caleb Cotton over there at the warm-up circle. So we have a 1-0 count, 1 out. Kobos on first, and the 1-0 now. As Whitfield wanted to swing at it, but didn't, making it a 2-0 count with 1 out. As Kobos is making a little extended lead, looking like as he checks him and got him out at first with the extended lead over there. Kobos extended lead, making it 2 outs as he couldn't get back in time. As Whitfield looking at a 2-0 count with 2 outs now with Kobos picked off at first with the little extended lead and the offer. As Whitfield now looked at strike 1, making it a 2-1 count now. Let's see if Whitfield can get on base so he can get around anywhere he is on base. He is in scoring position as he looks at strike 2. The pitcher painted that bottom left corner. As the pitcher got the sign he likes from the catcher. And the offer to Whitfield. Ball outside, making it a full count with 2 outs. No one on due to Kobos' pickoff over at first because he wandered off a little too far uncomfortably and just could not get back to first in time. And the full count. Ball 4 down low as Whitfield takes his base going to first. Not a guy that you want to see on base as he leads the Generals in steals. I'm not sure if he hit 40 steals yet, but he is up there, up in the 30s. Last time I remember, he was at 37 stolen bases. As we have Caleb Cotton coming up, another quick one on base. If he drives one anywhere in the outfield, Damien would probably score. And Whitfield takes off going to second, and the catcher fumbles the ball out there behind the plate, making Damian Whitfield easily goes in at second. As Caleb Cotton's looking at a 0-1 count. Swinging strike 2 for an 0-2 count. Now 2 outs. Damian Whitfield on second due to the walk that he had going to first and the stolen base, the previous pitch going to second. And the 0-2 to Caleb as the pitcher steps off the rubber. Cooling off because as the real feel of 90 outside. So you can just imagine it is upper 90s on that turf field right now as Whitfield makes an extended lead out there off second. 1 to go, but Caleb Cotton swing strike 3, making it 3 outs for the inning as Damian Whitfield is stranded over at second due to the stolen base. What a good inning that we had this so far at the ball game. Second inning over. Had the Damian Whitfield walk. Cobos also walked, but picked off at first due to an uncomfortable lead that he had, and Cody took advantage and swung it out to first for him to be out. As we take it down to the field for the scooter race as the Generals warm up.
We're going to be leading off with tonight's beer batter, Caleb Boswell. If he does strike out, it's going to be buy one, get one for General fans over on the party deck. And he will see ball 1 as the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to our leadoff batter. Caleb so far batting a 190 on the season. He has 19 strikeouts, so I'm sure Generals fans would love to see strikeout number 20, but they won't see it as he's going to hit this one over the shortstop, and he's going to be in there with a single to lead the River Monsters off here in the top of the third.
The River Monsters' first hit of the game, maybe it might make it a breakout to make them hit more and see if there's potential for the rest of the match.
Right now, Jacob Simone will come up to bat. He's had 13 at-bats in 4 games, but unable to do anything as his average right now shows 0. 1 ball to him right now. He's had 6 strikeouts, and of that, he's only got 1 base on balls. low for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner over on first as the Victoria Generals still lead 3-0 here in the top of the third. Makes contact with this one, but it's going to go foul. Not quite into the parking lot, but just beyond the bullpen. It is now a 2-1 count. Only 19 pitches so far for Drew. The runner is going to go. Andrew made the throw in time, but unfortunately, the tag does not come in time, just by few seconds, as that is a safe steal. So now we have runner on second. Three balls, one strike. Runner at second, now in scoring position for the River Monsters. That big swing and a miss is gonna make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Simone still searching for his first hit of the season. Of course, he did only join the River Monsters. This, of course, is just his 5th game. But for the 2nd time, he will reach base on balls. That is the 2nd time this season he does so. Major Pellin now comes up with runners at first and second. No outs as well, representing the tying run. Shows bunt. That one's going to be strike one. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Pellin batting a 150 average. 14 strikeouts on the year out of 20 at-bats. He does have 3 hits so far. He makes contact and sends this one high over the moon base into the parking lot. I'm sure he would love to at least make contact and advance these runners, and he's going to put this one in the air, back at the wall. Damian Whitfield making the catch. And just like we said, the sacrifice there to advance the runner from second to third, puts runners in the corners for Eric Bacon, who again, Eric leads the Seguin River Monsters in batting average. He's going to make contact with this one, hit straight to the second baseman. They try to turn the double play. They get the out at second, unable to get the out at first, as the Seguin River Monsters do put one across home. As now we go to Alfonso Camacho. He'll come up with 2 outs, runner over at first, as now the Generals lead 3-1. The Seguin River Monsters starting to at least chip away at this deficit. That one a little high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Garrett, what do you think the key has been so far for the Generals picking up where they left off last night?
Definitely hitting. I mean, they already have 4 hits in 2 innings, so the hitting is definitely an achievement for the Generals, making it a 3-0 lead or 3-1 lead now that they have. And I mean, the good feeling as well. Already has some good double plays, pop outs. Whitfield out there.
Anytime you have somebody of the caliber as the landlord, of course, Damian Whitfield out in center field has to be able to make you relax a little bit. So the runner does go. But of course, Camacho has to swing and make contact, as that was a strike thrown ball. But with 2 strikes already, he's not able to allow the runner just to go. He will have to head back to first after that foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes. This one outside for ball 2.
As the batter is getting a sign from the coach. Maybe a steal sign here, maybe.
Runner is gonna go. Luckily, Diego is right there. Ian has that one bounce off his glove, but a successful steal there from Eric Bacon, as now he moves into scoring position there at second. Camacho has forced a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Again, Camacho is the representative for the tying run for the River Monsters. And he struck him out, sits him down.
Oh, yeah.
Out of that one, but again, Seguin starts to chip away. They do put one across home. 3-1 is the score, but the Generals now come up to bat here in the bottom of the third. We will be right back.
As we welcome you all back, bottom of the third over at Riverside Stadium, we're going to have Diego Diaz leading it off for the Generals, with Cole Tabor at the warm-up circle, as Travis Bragg will be the guaranteed third batter of this half inning. As the River Monsters keeping their starter pitcher in right now, as Diego Diaz shows bunt, but brings it back due to a ball 1 inside. And the 1-0. As Diego wanted to turn on that, but did not, making it a 2-0 count. Here comes the offer. Diego swinging on for a strike one, making it 2-1. No one out, as Diego is the leadoff for the half inning. So no one on. As that one shows ball inside for a 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Diego takes a walk to first as Cole, the lightsaber Tabor, comes up. So we have Diego Diaz over at first. Cole Tabor up for the Generals. As Diego slides back, the check zone as Diego makes a run to second, rounding second, going to third as he is in there third with ease, sliding into third. As a throwing error on the pitcher, making the overthrow as Diego Diaz round second, going to third. As now Cole Tabor up for the Generals. Now Diego Diaz over at third now. And finally the first offer to Tabor, making it a strike one. In the 0-1, as Tabor had to back up a little bit because of a ball one inside. In the 1-1, swing strike two for a 1-2 count for Tabor. As the 1-2 loads up, comes on in, swings on out of play, out in the left field, out of the left side fence. And the 1-2. So it's going to be another foul ball. As Tabor comes back in the box, umpire shows that's play ball. As the 1-2 loads in, Diego on third, swung on over the moon base, making that 3 foul balls in a row. As Diego is on third due to the overthrow at first. This is going to be a ball 2 outside, making it a 2-2 count now. No outs. Diego Diaz over at third due to a throwing error for the pitcher. Now it's a full count for Tabor. As the full count comes in, swung on through the right side, Tabor making it a stand-up single, RBI single, with Diego Diaz coming in. Good shot from Tabor through the right side as second base could not go over, slide and get it, making it have Diego Diaz come in with ease. As we have Travis Bragg up for the Generals. As Cole Tabor makes a run for it now. As he overslides the bag, making it 1 out. Just what an unlucky slide, making him go over the bag. As Bragg is seeing a 1-0 count now, 1 out due to Cole Tabor's caught stealing over at second as he overslides second. With a 1-1 now. As we have Cantua over at the warm-up circle for the Generals, as Bragg checks his swing, but the umpires say he did not commit for it, making it a ball 2. Bragg back in the box. As the 2-1 loads up. And fires in for a strike 2 high. As the fans also thought that was going to be a ball 3 high. And the 2-2 swung on down the middle. Shortstop making an off the bag throw for the first baseman to get off the bag, Salas, as Bragg can get there and there for a single. Down the middle, shortstop to Salas, but the throw over to Salas had to make him get off the bag, so Bragg in there. As Juan Cantua in the batter's box for the Generals, Bragg over at first, 1 out. Once again, due to Cole Tabor's slide over second. As Cantua sees his first ball high. As Bragg inching off first. Cantua sees ball 2 with 1 out. Bragg over at first. As Bragg also inches off first. As the pitcher checks Bragg over at first. Checks him again. Checks him. As the pitcher catches him, he could not come back in time as Bragg is shaking his head. He thought he was safe over at first. As Bragg still comes to the dugout, shaking his head, no, that he was safe. But that pickoff making it 2 outs. As Cantua seeing a 3-0 count now. As the Generals had 1 run so far this inning due to Diego Diaz. With that overthrow over at first, making him round second, going to third, and then had Cole Tabor making him come in. As Juan Cantua sees strike 1 and 2. making it a full count now. Cantua looking at a full count, 2 outs, swung on foul ball to the River Monsters dugout. As we're in the third inning, River Monsters pitcher has averaged 21 pitches so far each inning, as this is going to be his 64th pitch. As Cantua sees ball 4 high as he takes his base. As Cantua makes an easy walk over to first, as Andrew Ermis now in the batter's box for the Generals. As it's going to be Andrew Ermis, swing on, deep left field. Almost to the warning track, but got it captured down by the left fielder, making it 3 outs now as Juan Cantua is stranded over at first to end the third inning. As the Generals make it a 4-1 lead now due to Diego Diaz. As we will be right back for the top of the fourth. We welcome you all back to the top of the fourth over at Riverside Stadium. As the Generals lead 4-1 over the River Monsters. As the first offer is going to be in there, strike one for Streisner. As Streisner now sees an 0-1 count with no outs. And the 0-1. Ball down low for 1-1 count, no outs. Here comes the 1-1, ball 2 outside. as it's going to be a full count now for Strancer. As it swung on to Diego down the turnage, making it a 1 out now. 1 out for the River Monsters. As Salas up to the batter's box now. First offer in, swung on to the pitcher. Way overthrow turnage for him to stay over at first. Great backup from Andrew Ermis back there. As now we have Salas up for the River Monsters. First offer to Salas. Swung on the left field to Caleb Cotton, as this is going to be Salas' second broken bat of the series, as he broke one yesterday. As Salas broke one towards the end of last night's game. Now he has another one broken. Also, as he did hit one, and it's probably somewhere in another continent because it is probably still up in the air, flying somewhere. As the first offer in there for strike one. As it's going to be a 0-1 count, 1 out. Runners on first and second now. As it's going to be Kaiser up for the River Monsters, as he has no batting average. As he fouls one off, making it a 0-2 count now. He is 0 for 1 for the night. The 0-2 now. Swung on, shallow left field. Diego Diaz with a nice try as Caleb Cotton fires one into the home to Andrew Ermis, making it a 2 out now. What a rocket from Caleb Cotton out there in left field, showing off his arm. As I thought he was going to hit the cutoff man, Diego Diaz, but Diego let it go as Caleb Cotton swings it in to Andrew Ermis for the second out of the inning. As we have Boswell up now, out of 100 at-bats, 10 runs in, 19 hits, 12 RBIs, 7 walks, and 19 strikeouts with a 198 batting average, as he takes the first pitch swinging for a strike one. Runners on first and second, as Salas out there at second, making a big lead after the pitch.
I'd like to add in that Boswell is, of course, tonight's beer batter. So if you are here at the stadium checking out the broadcast, you're really hoping for strike 3 here. So that one goes for a ball, but the strikeout would mean buy one, get one beer over on the party deck.
Yeah, they have been quite a lot of 2-for-1s lately at Riverside these past few games. As Boswell sees a 1-2 count now. Hopefully a strikeout here. As it's going to be over the moon base. Probably into the parking lot. As the 1-2 loads up. And the offer. Swung on the Travis Bragg out there over at right as it drops as he just couldn't get it. Salas round in third. And a little bobble confusion out there also in right field from Travis Bragg and Ian Kobos as the runner over at second now, or from first, goes to third now. And that makes it a single RBI over at right field. As the River Monsters are chipping away the lead, as it is now 4-2 now. As we have Simone out for the River Monsters. As it's going to be now a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Runners on the corners at first and third. As Simone had a big swinging miss for his strike one. As the 1-1 comes in. This is going to be a ball low as Ermis cradles it in, blocks it, so it doesn't go in the backstop. And the 2-1 swinging. Now it's 2-2 for Simone. Another big swing. Just couldn't connect for it. As it's 2-2 now. 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Checks the runner at first. As the runner at first takes off, as it hits 2 Kobos, gathers it in, going to Turgeon for the out 3 of the inning. As the River Monsters are chipping away the deficit. Now it's 4-2, Genoa's up. As we are showing love to a host family, as that is as well the announcer for the Generals, Mr. Brian, as he hosts Travis Bragg, right field for tonight.
And you can also check out Brian Yannick as he's the announcer for the St. Joseph Flyers here in town. Would also like to say thank you to Clay Crockett and Nation of Believers, because if you were here for the pregame, the sounds that you heard, of course, it is Faith and Family Night. So, of course, he came out and was delivering, Clay Crockett and the Nation of Believers were delivering songs here. So thank you to them for coming out and blessing everybody before the game starts, as Pierre Turgeon now steps up into the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dante Turgeon there sees ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Unfortunately, that is going to be strike 3. Or actually, that's strike 2. After that ball, it'll be a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to our leadoff man. And Dante Turgeon's going to keep the at-bat alive.
As Turgeon now sees full count, ducked his head down as that pitch looked like he was hitting him, but broke as he takes his base. As we have Ian Kobos now up, as he gets the sign from coach over at third. Dante Turgeon over at first. As his first offer swung on the left field to the warning tracks, cradled in by the left fielder as Dante Turgeon stays on first. What a good connect by Ian Kobos. As we're back on the top of our lineup as Damian Whitfield comes out. Damian Whitfield for the Generals. Dante Turgeon over at first. 1 out due to Ian Kobos pop out over at left field to the warning track. As Whitfield sees his first pitch, strike 1 in there. Making it a 0-1 count now. As Turgeon is dancing out there, Whitfield shows bunt. As they're checking Turgeon for the second time. Turgeon inches off, first a little bit more as he takes off going to second. As he's in there, safe, successful stolen base for Dante Turgeon for this evening. as that'll be Turgeon's 5th stolen base of the season. As Whitfield's 0 for 1 for the evening, made on base due to a walk, as his first at bat was a bunt. Let's see if he'll bring Dante Turgeon around for a 5-3. Swung on to the shortstop as Whitfield's out at first, advancing Turgeon over at third.
Damien unable to leg that one out, but he does advance the runner as they do not throw over to third. But now Caleb Cotton will come in to take his chances. He'll come in, of course, with a man on third, 2 outs. The Generals still lead 4-2. As he takes a big swing there. He does clip that one just a little bit, but it's going to bounce into the cage here in front of us.
As Caleb Cotton's 1 for 2 for the night. Or 1 for 3 for the night as he struck out once.
That one called a strike. It's going to make it an 0-2 count.
As he was the first General to cross plate, making it a 1-0 for the Generals' lead for this evening.
Big contact again, but this one carried into foul territory. Diego Diaz in the on-deck circle. That one called a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As we are here in the bottom of the 4th. Not a whole lot of wind tonight here at Riverside Stadium. As that one is low for a ball 2, evening up the count, 2-2. Makes contact with this one. It's into foul territory, but the third baseman over slides, not able to make the grab though. As Caleb Cotton's at bat and the Generals half of the inning continues. With that foul ball, of course it keeps it 2-2. Swing and a miss. Unfortunately, Cotton goes down on strikeouts, as that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. We'll head into the 5th inning with the Victoria Generals still leading 4-2 here at the beautiful Riverside Stadium. We will be right back here with more Generals baseball live for you on TCL TV. To the bottom of the lineup, we go with Major Pelian. He will be the leadoff man for the Seguin River Monsters before we head back up to Eric Bacon and Alfonso Camacho. Those will be the three we guarantee to see this half of the inning. Swing there for a strike as the 5th inning is now underway. No balls, 1 strike to the leadoff man. Make that 2 strikes, no balls after the foul. This one fouled way off. That'll keep it a no balls, 2 strike count. Outside for the first ball of the at-bat, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Majors might have to change his name down to Minor as he gets sit down. That was strikeout number 15 for Major on the season, as now Eric Bacon does come up. Bacon does have an RBI on the night, knocking in 1 of the 2 runs for the River Monsters. Low for ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Or I'm sorry, ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. This one hit between the gap of third and shortstop. Caleb Cotton gets it there in left field as Eric Bacon is in there with a stand-up single. Alfonso Camacho now does come up into the batter's box. He has struck out twice tonight. 0 for 2 so far. Garrett, what do you think the River Monsters could do to turn this around?
Just ball in the sticks, just connecting, making good runs, good vision on at the plate, and making something happen. And it all starts off with good contact on the plate.
Couldn't agree more, especially with, like we said, Camacho so far has struck out twice, so that plate vision that you mentioned, I think that's got to be the key here. The guy's got to be a little bit smarter about chasing these outside pitches. They've been doing some decent contact. They have 5 hits so far. Just unfortunately for them, they've been leaving them stranded, not able to bring them around across home plate. As right now, Bacon almost gets himself into a pickle, but instead turns the tide and is now sitting over at third after the error throw to the first baseman from the Generals. And along with the great vision that needs to be shown at the plate, savvy base running just like we saw there is going to be the key for the River Monsters to try and come back in this one. Right now, Camacho again, he is the tying run in the batter's box right now. Bacon doing a great job getting over to third. As that one's gonna one hop over the third baseman all the way out to Cotton in left field. And that is gonna be a RBI single for Camacho. Josh Vaughn will now be the man to come up. Camacho represents the tying run over on first, while Vaughn represents the go-ahead run at the plate.
As with that chopper, it looked like Diego threw his glove to try and stop it, and I think that was the reason the third base coach went talk to the home plate umpire to see if maybe that'd be an interference or so.
And the Generals do got to play smart as well. As long as the runner's going to go, this one's going to be hit into right field. He'll round second, testing the arm. If they get him there at first, the cutoff man, Diego Diaz, stops that ball from going to third, makes the throw to first. It looks like we may have an injury as well. So you never want to see that. Hopefully he'll be okay, but it looks like he hurt his shoulder trying to slide back into first base. Round of applause as he is up, walking it back to the dugout. Again, that's the last thing we want to see here is an injury to one of these players. So great to see him get up and walk that one away. But the River Monsters now 2 outs, but you do have a man at third representing the tying run. And again, like we just said, the Generals, they got to start playing a little bit smarter here. They've taken their foot off the gas since that first inning. And the play has gotten a little bit sloppier. That one's in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Man over on third. As the River Monsters are trying to get back into this one, trailing by 1. That one's going to even it up. 1-1 count. Foul tip into the netting here in front of us. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, something else I would also add is Seguin's base running to not be as aggressive and also improved from last night. But to try not to play as aggressive, but be aggressive, just so they don't make no careless base running, so they can at least get around to make some points, as they've been doing that, but also due to errors from the Generals, bringing 1 around or 2.
Definitely so. 3 errors on the night so far for the Generals. So this one's going to be foul. Tries to walk the tightrope of that third base line, but not able to hold on.
As Vaughn hits one foul ball to the parking lot. As Vaughn is 2 for 2 on the night.
2 for 2 on the night, batting .333 on the year so far. Drew would love to get out of this jam. He is 1 pitch away from doing so. That one called a ball. 2-2 count now.
With the tying run over at third.
And that tying run taking big leads. As we continue on here, so that one is tipped foul. keeping our count 2-2. And Drew's pitch count has shot up drastically as now he is at 70 pitches here in the top of the fifth. Another foul ball, but the third baseman tries to get over there. Turgeon unable to get there in time as it's going to drop down to the earth. And we continue on 2-2.
So that's going to be another foul ball. As Vaughn is fighting his at-bat right now, as he's getting some non-slip on his bat with the tying run over at third.
That's one thing we have seen plenty of here at Riverside Stadium is bats go flying.
Yeah, bats aren't too shy over here to go see some fans.
This one in play over to the third baseman. He's going to make the throw. Turgeon makes the catch there at first, steps on the bag, and just like that, the Generals are out of the jam and still carrying a lead into the bottom of the fifth. But the Seguin River Monsters do damage as they put one across, making it 4-3, still in favor of your Victoria Generals. We will be right back here on TCL TV with more Victoria Generals baseball. Diego Diaz now comes up. As this is the TCL Player of the Week for the second time as he tries to show bunt. And potentially, I think myself and everyone here in the Moonbase would agree, this year's TCL Player of the Year, Diego Diaz, will go ahead and throw his name into the ring.
I believe so as well. As he has strike two foul ball rolling out there.
Jason Courts was telling me beforehand, Diego leads almost all statistics here in the TCL, except I believe one. Home runs is the only thing he's not leading in, but you have to take into effect that Diego joined the Generals at the halfway marker, so he missed the complete first half of the season and has still led almost everybody except for one, Baton Rouge Rougarou, who leads the home run category. But unfortunately, it looks like a caster's curse as we hype him up a little too much. He goes down on strikes. Cole Tabor will now be the man to try and start the Generals' momentum swing.
And now we have Cole Tabor. Tabor is leading the Generals in home runs with 2, and also second in batting average, right under Diego's 338 with a 304 batting average on the year. And as Tabor also has 26 strikeouts, 34 walks, and 28 hits on the year.
So far, it is a 1-1 count. He did have a big swing and a miss here just a second ago. But right now, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Make that 2 strikes. Cole watches that one go by him. And unfortunately for him, he's going to go down via strikes, strike 3. As that is 2 away, both going down to K's. We led off with possibly this year's TCL Player of the Year. And now we have last year's 2024 TCL Player of the Year, Travis Bragg. Travis so far 1 for 2. He does have 1 RBI as well. That one called a ball.
Because now it's going to be a 1-1, 2 out, and a 1 on.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Generals still lead 4-3, but Travis would love to put one over the fence to add a little cushion. What better time than the present for his first? That one though, inside for ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Makes contact, but it's going to go to the second baseman, makes the throw to first, and that is going to be 3 up, 3 down for the Generals as we will now head into the 6th inning. Generals holding on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. And right now, I will turn it over to Garrett as he will update us on the other games going on throughout the TCL.
Yeah, they have the Cane Cutters over the Brazo Valley Bombers, and it's 8-2 Cane Cutters, and then
And we have the Baton Rouge Rougarous leading the Gumbo Gators 5-1 in the top of the 7th. With the Gators, I'll take that back, Score alert. Dun-dun-dun. The Baton Rouge Rougarous just scored another run in the top of the 7th when they have 2 men on, second and third. Leading with 6 hits to 5 hits, no errors on either team, as the Rougarous have went through 2 pitchers. The first one had 4 strikeouts out of the 19 batters faced, and Moran had, out of 7 batters he faced, it was 2 walks and 1 error to the Gumbo Gators pitchers. And Simmons went 6 innings, apologize about that. Had 5 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts out of the 28 batters he faced.
Caden Shaw. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Caden Shaw will now come in relief here for the Generals. Manny Salas will be the first batter from the River Monsters to test Shaw. Outside ball 1.
On the year, at a 1-game pitched, Shaw has 1 inning pitched with 1 strikeout, no walks, and 2 hits. Last time we saw him was July 20th against the Bombers. As he is from Franklin, Texas, throws right, bats right. Coming in at 205 pounds, 6'4", at a Blinn Junior College.
That was a great delivery there from Shaw for strike 1, making it 1 ball, 1 strike. There's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man.
Salas is 27 out of 102 on the year with 2 home runs, as he hit one last night, as we said earlier. First pitch solo shot over the left field scoreboard.
Hopefully Shaw doesn't put one in range for him to knock another one.
That's a big boy, Cody. As he crowds the plate like that, he can reach all the way across to hit the other batter's box. But no need.
That's the way to do it. Strike 3 there. And we'll go ahead and give the assist to Jason with the caster's curse, saying that's a big boy. He could reach all the way across. He can reach all he wants, as that's a swing and a miss.
Hey, that's a first pitch solo caster curse right there. Last night. That was funny. Yeah, last night he was like, oh man, blah, blah, blah. And ball 1.
As the first pitch to Connor Kaiser, outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, no outs. Or, I'm sorry, 1 out.
Okay.
2 strikes, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out.
Ball 3. actually talk about some stats on Kaiser last night. This was going to be a second game for the River Monsters as he sees strike one. Last night wasn't the greatest night for him, but 3 at-bats. He got 1 walk and 1 strikeout with a 200 average on the rest of the year. Sitting down.
Shaw trying to battle back from 3-0 to 3-2 in the blink of an eye. So now we're at a full count for Kaiser. He does make contact. Caleb Cotton, though,
Dang.
almost gets it. Unfortunately, it looks like fell out of his glove. And that is going to be a single for Kaiser.
That was a heck of a play out there by Cotton. That's the second one of the night that he slid across the field. He did unfortunately drop it, but I mean, that is a heck of an effort from Caleb out there in the field.
Definitely so, showing off the athleticism. But man, oh man, I would love to see the athleticism from these Generals fans running over to the party deck as we have our beer batter up for the night. Of course,
Yeah.
if he does strike out, myself and Jason will be enjoying buy one, get one over on the party deck. No party deck visit for us, as right there, Cole Tabor catches the hopper and makes the throw over to Turgeon. So that is out number 2 for the top half of the 6th.
Did you just say Dante Turgeon? Hey, that was a heck of a curveball right there. It was coming inside and shot right back out.
And we saw Jacob Simone there look like he thought that one was coming for his head. He jumped out of the way, but that off speed.
Yeah, Simone on the year, he's got 4 games, 13 at-bats, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Personally, that would have been my choice for the beer batter, but I am not.
He's actually got 2 walks now, as he did walk earlier in the game. He shakes and shimmies and shows off his dance moves there to get out of the way.
We did keep that one going while you were away, Cody, on your journey. We did use some of your vocabulary throughout the night. Foul ball, strike 2.
That's going to make it a 1-2 count.
No. Oh, yeah, I'll wait. Okay.
This one is going to get away from Ermis. Shaw delivers this one just inside. Advancing the runner, he'll head over to third base, successfully reaching. Now it is a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run now at third base. And the Generals allowing themselves right back into a jam. Makes contact, but this one hit to the first baseman. Turgeon will step on the bag, and that will retire the sides. And once again, the Generals puts themselves into a situation and get themselves out of it. We now head to the bottom of the sixth. General still holding on to that one-run lead, 4-3. And we will be right back with more here on TCL TV. We are back, Generals fans. Juan Cantua is in the box right now. He'll see strike one go by him. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. As Brady, and I'm sorry if I mess this last name up, El Wartowski on the mound for the River Monsters. And Juan gets a piece of this one into center field. He is in there with a single to lead off the Generals in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, that's going to be his 4th hit on the year as Cantua is smoking hot as he came in late in the year. 1 strikeout on the year, 10 walks, 5 RBIs, and 4 hits on the year. Out of 13 at-bats, he's been up to the plate.
Strike called there against Andrew Ermis, who is now in the batter's box for the Generals.
Ermis is 0 for 2 tonight. As last night he came in for an at-bat, struck out, bringing his yearly total to 21. Out of 69 at-bats, 12 hits on a 169 average he is carrying. And I wonder if we're going to keep seeing that aggressive base stealing so we don't get the rug pulled out from under us by Seguin as they try and play spoiler tonight.
There they tried a pickoff attempt on Juan, but unsuccessful. He was able to reach back. Let's make it 2 attempts.
As Brady throws another ball 2. Out of 24 innings pitched, Brady's seen. He's got 26 hits, 23 earned runs, 25 walks, and 21 strikeouts out of the 130 batters he faced, so he is not afraid to throw the ball. And
We see the frustration mounting there with Andrew as he emphatically throws that bat. And unfortunately, the shortstop makes the catch on the out. And that also keeps Juan there at first. He's not able to advance as now Dante Turgeon comes into the batter's box hoping to advance Juan at least along the base pass.
oh, got him. There we go.
And that wild pitch going
He's
way
coming
out
home. He's
into
coming
right
home.
field.
He's
Juan
coming home.
showing the speed all the way from first base. He'll cross home plate on the arid throw from the pitcher. Makes him pay the price. As they say, third time's the charm, but the charm this time goes in favor of the Generals. The third pickoff attempt on Juan. And that now is going to give a little bit of cushion to the Generals as they now lead 5-3 here in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Yeah, last outing that I don't want to mess his last name up. Elwertowski. The last time he saw the Generals was June 3rd in a 6-12 loss as he went two innings, and he saw 2 walks out of the 9 batters he faced, giving up 3 earned runs that night. So he does have a lot of experience on the mound, but as far as disciplined batters, he's not there. He's just not there yet.
I would have to agree, especially with coming in at least to this game with an 8.6 ERA. As this one shot to the shortstop, and he's gonna have an error throw.
Man, that was close to his head. That is not something you want to see as a runner running to the base all of a sudden. Lights out.
And I'm gonna put that on the yellow gloves. He probably saw the bright yellow gloves from Dante. And he was like, that's where I gotta throw. Now Ian Kobos, bottom of the lineup. Damian Woodfield will be in the on-deck circle.
And back with Brady, going back to disciplined batting, if the Rougarous continue their winning ways and do make it to the playoff game, you can say that they are a very well disciplined batting team, as well as that's a foul ball to the backstop. As they are a disciplined batting team as well. He did go in July 6th. He went 3 innings against them, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, and 2 strikeouts out of the 17 batters he faced. So when it gets to the core of the group, he kind of struggles.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he's going to make contact, send this one into right field. As the throw comes into the cutoff man, but that is going to advance Turgeon to second base, and Ian Kobos is in with the single. As now we head to the top of the lineup. The landlord stepping in to collect some checks, Damian Whitfield. We've seen him out in center field, out in his land that he owns. Swing and a miss, though, from Damian. That's going to be strike one. Runners at first and second with only one out for Damian.
Yeah, last night Damian had 3 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 double, 3 walks, and 1 RBI as he pops this one out into left field as left fielder gets under it and pulls it in, and runners stay at first and second.
The attention now turns to Caleb Cotton. He does have 1 hit so far on the game, 2 strikeouts, but he does account for 1 run as well.
Yeah, 92 at-bats this year for Caleb as the runners go, and the catcher holds on.
So unfortunately for him, the shortstop froze and did not head over to the bag, and that's going to be a successful double steal from the Generals.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rougarous. I was like, whoa.
No, I almost said Rangers. I got the alert. Rangers athletics game going on right now.
That'll be ball 2. As we will have a mound visit from coach and catcher and third base.
And of course now, where we saw a lot of guys come in to pitch last night, tonight the River Monsters coach was saying that his bullpen is actually missing quite a few pitchers today.
Yeah, they did definitely burn through some, or they tried not to, but man, it was walk after walk after walk after RBI walk after hit by pitch. Like,
now they do have someone warming up in the bullpen. But right now, they will stay with their current pitcher. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third for Caleb Cotton. He'll see the first strike of the at-bat. 2-1 count. Your Victoria Generals do lead 5-3 over the Seguin River Monsters right now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cotton's going to send this one foul.
yeah, last night they burned through 4 pitchers, giving up 17 walks and only 6 strikeouts on the night between the 4. And the Generals went through 4 pitchers, giving up only 5 walks with 6 strikeouts last night. So pitching was definitely a factor last night. But if they could have kept the Generals off base, not walked them, and not walked so many runs in, they would have been a fighting chance for them to win last night.
Yeah, 17 walks and 17 runs come across the plate as Caleb Cotton strikes out for the 3rd time tonight.
One away from the golden sombrero.
The dreaded golden sombrero with the 4 strikeouts on the night. And of course, that will end the 6th inning. We'll turn it over to Jason Quartz.
Yeah, to go back on Caleb Cotton's strikeout, man, like, yeah, he does have quite a few strikeouts on the year. He did miss some time, but if you want to get out of that slump, you ain't going to get out of it by just watching him. You're going to have to swing the bat. I mean, and these pitchers, it may not show it on the scoreboard, but, I mean, they know how to work batters, and he just may be one of those batters that they can work and have his number, I guess you say. I guess you could say. But 92 plate appearances, 20 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and 26 walks at 29 strikeouts. I mean, it's not bad. It's just there's better Generals batters, like. if this is the worst batter on the team, I'm not even worried when it comes time for playoffs. But we will see as Caleb Shaw takes the bump. Caden Shaw takes the bump again. Five.
That'll do it for the Colony Creek putting down on the field.
All right, here we go. Andrew said he's ready to go. And we'll see number 38.
And of course, we are in Texas, so a quick update. The Texas Rangers have walked away with this one, barely hanging on 2-1. But I know in a score near and dear to Jason's heart, top of the 11th with 2 outs, Boston is winning 9-7 in extra innings.
Yep. Let's go Beantown Bombers. And in other TCL news in the Louisiana division, the Rougarous have scored a few more runs, making it 9-2 going into the top of the 8th inning, as Lake Charles has folded, I guess you could say. They just didn't have it this year. I thought that the Gumbo Gators were going to do a lot better than they did, as well as the Seguin River Monsters. I thought they were going to be better, but you can only have 2 good teams that make it to the championship.
Right now, it is setting up for a showdown again between Brazos Valley and the Generals coming up for the playoffs, as again, both those teams have already secured their spots.
The play?
Well,
yeah, go ahead, sir.
as well as Baton Rouge and the Acadia Cane Cutters over in the Louisiana division. But my question to you, Jason, is which team would you prefer to see in the championship round if we can get by the Bombers?
Well, there's a couple different scenarios how this could play out. I personally, give us the best Louisiana has to offer. In order to be the best, you're gonna have to beat the best, and whether it be the Cane Cutters or the Rougarous. But the only thing that changes is that if the Baton Rouge Rougarous do beat the Cane Cutters and we do beat the Bombers, we will have to go to Louisiana for the championship game. Now, if the Cane Cutters pull off the upset alert and do go ahead and beat the Rougarous, we will see the Cane Cutters here Saturday at 7:05.
And Major gave it his best shot there, but he's going to be thrown out by the shortstop, Diego Diaz, over at first base, as now Eric Bacon comes back into the batter's box for the River Monsters.
Bacon leads the River Monsters in batting average with a 297, also in RBIs with 24. So I will say he is one of the key core players on the River Monsters team, as he lays down a bunt.
And shows the speed as well, beating out that throw from Ermis.
He did beat out that throw, but that was about as perfect of a throw as I've seen all year long from any catcher. Like, Turgeon didn't even have to move that glove. If he would have just been maybe a second faster, that was an out. But nevertheless, we have Bacon on first with a good drag bunt to third.
Alfonso Camacho is in the box now for the River Monsters.
And Camacho is third on the team in home runs with 1. More than some in the league, so he is a stat. And he's also third in RBIs with 19 on the team, behind Bacon and Salas.
called a strike. And we've already seen the speed one time tonight from Bacon. He has been one of the 3 runs to come across home plate for the River Monsters. That one outside for a ball, making it a 1-1 count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And here's a fun fact for TCL trivia. Out of the 1,302 at-bats, the River Monsters have 258 hits and 151 RBIs to the Generals' 1,295 at-bats with 320 hits and 207 RBIs. So batting is definitely, it's very important in this league. Obviously, if you don't score runs, you can't win the game, but I thought that was going to be a pitch.
Delivers the 1-1, and it is called a strike. That moves us to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner still over at first. And being down 2 here in the top of the 7th, I'm surprised that we have not seen Eric Bacon with a steal attempt.
Yeah, the team, the River Monsters came in with a 217 batting average for the year against the Generals 246. Which that is quite a big difference in point and swinging the bat, and that also reflects on records as well. All right, buddy.
Outside for a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Shinerbach and Sprite is what I heard.
2-2 comes in, and that's going to be a ball, making it a full count, 3-2.
And I know Seguin is not pitching right now or fielding right now, but going back to not having the pitchers, they have won 13 games and lost 28. Not the greatest record in the TCL League, but out of the 342 innings that they've pitched, they've given up 256 earned runs, 330 hits, 310 walks, and they have hit 65 batters. Like, that right there is a recipe for destruction and terrible. It's terrible play, and it's not on the players. It's just how sometimes the ball rolls. But Victoria, 29-12 on the year, with the 362 innings that they have went through, they've only given up 195 runs. As I said, the River Monsters gave up 333 runs, so that's almost 100 and something. That's well over 100 plus runs given away.
Well, Austin Strasner is done for the evening, as Matthew Felix will now come in to pinch bat. So we have the substitution for the River Monsters, as Camacho, of course, did get hit by the pitch. He did reach over to first via the hit, as now Seguin River Monsters have a runner at second and first. representing the tying runs. Matthew Felix being thrust into a situation here. 1 out and his team down by 2. He represents the go-ahead run.
And they are very well capable of getting back in this game. I know they're only down by 2, but in a blink of an eye, the River Monsters can tie it up or lead it. Like, these players weren't just picked up off the streets. Like, they all have professional ball playing in their blood.
Felix does play for New Mexico Junior College, but he is from New Braunfels. So we do have a meeting of the infield.
Yeah, Strexner leaves. He had 11 errors on the year. So I see kind of why he's just done for the night.
1-1 count.
Last night, Felix had 1 walk and came across the plate 1 time, one of the River Monsters runs. He does have some wheels on him, I will say that. As Coach Oroz makes the trip to the mound.
Of course, we do have a general over in the bullpen warming up. So it looks like we are potentially going to be getting a pitching change here. If not this batter, maybe the next.
I wonder what happened.
They are awaiting the call at the bullpen.
I think we're going to have a hidden ball trick.
Nope, they will stay here with Shaw. No call to the bullpen just yet.
No, you're not going to. I don't see them pulling Shaw just for having 2 runners on in the middle of an at-bat. Pretty sure they gave him the recipe for how you're going to get pulled if you don't get out of it.
Lays down a bunt. Shaw able to get to it, makes the throw to first for the 2nd out of the inning. But that bunt does advance the runner. Camacho now sits at 2nd and Bacon over at 3rd. Vaughn now comes back up. Vaughn 2 for 3 on the night, so this is not the guy that you want stepping into the batter's box with runners at 2nd and 3rd, the tying runners at 2nd and 3rd. Shaw now trying to get out of the 7th. That one's going to be a ball outside. Shaw trying not to be the pitcher for the Generals to give up the late game lead.
Yeah, Bacon has 13 stolen bases on the year, been caught stealing 5 times. It wouldn't surprise me to see him cross the plate if Andrew fumbles the ball.
One count after that foul ball. And speaking of that, that one is on Jason as well. He spoke that into existence.
Man, that's not a caster's curse. That's just casting facts.
That ball unfortunately goes off of the glove of Ermis and allows Bacon to cross and also advances the tying run in Alfonso Camacho over to third. The score now is 5-4, still in favor of the Generals, but just barely. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. He's going to make contact for this one. Third baseman throws to first. Turgeon makes the catch there at first base, steps on the bag, and that will do it. And man, oh man, the nerves have to start settling down for these Generals.
Yep. It's just playing consistent baseball. Don't play sporadic. You know, you get good at fielding and then you lack at batting, or you get a lot of hits and leave a lot of people on. I mean, you're not really doing much. That's a problem the River Monsters have, is leaving men on base.
And with Alejandro Marquez warming up for the Generals in the bullpen, I wonder if that potentially might be the last that we saw of Caden Shaw.
Generals are deep in the pen. I mean, we have pitchers. We've been using anywhere between 2 to 4 pitchers a game. No, it's 44.
Jacob Simone has now moved up to shortstop from left field. And Major has shifted over from right field over to left, taking Simone's spot.
As we will see, Diego, Tabor, and Bragg, the first 3 batters for the Generals.
And this is where Matthew Felix now sits in right field. Our pinch hitter earlier after the substitution, Seguin has shifted around. Yeah.
No, it's not really confusing us. They just don't have any players to substitute. Their options are very limited. So he sees 2 balls.
Make that ball 3.
And the River Monsters keep pouring, the Rougarous keep pouring it on the Gumbo Gators. And now it is 11-2 in the top of the 9th inning in Louisiana.
That is the first strike of the at-bat. 3 balls, 1 strike now.
Take a base.
He will reach base on balls. Is that one inside for ball 4? Diego Diaz, the speedster, now over on first base as Cole Tabor comes up to bat for the Generals.
And walk number 26 for Diego.
Cole coming in 2 RBIs already this game. Would love to add a third with Diego over on first. Diego, of course, the speed to get around.
Yep.
And they will test him as the bobble comes in from the catcher. Great throw from him, just unfortunately not in time, as that is going to be a stolen base.
Number 30 for Diego. And there's our Dernberg Party Deck hecklers have woken up.
Shows bunt, makes contact. Called fair. Or no, called foul. No,
Out.
called fair. Sorry, a little confusion down at the plate. That advances the runner over to third. That is the first out of the inning. Travis Bragg now coming up to bat for the Victoria Generals. Anything into the outfield, and Diego, I feel like, will be coming across home plate.
Yeah, I think Travis wouldn't mind adding another RBI to his 28 on the year.
One ball, no strikes, one out. He is over on third base.
Which I don't really think they're pitching to Travis. I think they're pitching around him.
I would not recommend that, as Juan Cantua, the spark plug for the Generals, who has come in very, very hot, is in the on-deck circle. Now it is a 3-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes.
And Travis should see something roughly over the plate on this one if they're not pitching around him. So he should see his pitch right here, I would think.
Right over the plate for strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Generals so far have 6 hits on the night, and they've put 5 across home plate. As right now, Travis Bragg gets walked and will head over to first base for free, putting runners at the corners for Juan Cantua, the designated hitter.
I'm sure Juan has it in his bag to add at least 1 RBI to his 5 that he has.
As we saw just a couple of games ago here at Riverside Stadium, we watched him put one over the right field wall. Definitely the ability to add 3 more with the swing of the bat.
Yeah, one swing. He can. He's already hit 1 home run on the year. Wow. Hey, you don't want none of that sweet chin music, buddy. We need you.
Great vision there from Juan as he started to turn into this one to show bunt. That one coming straight for the face. Has to get out of the way.
And he almost lost that vision. He should have shook when he didn't shimmy.
Inside again for ball 2. This pitcher trying to jam him up.
He got a 2-0 count, 1 out, 2 on. Pretty sure he's going to see something outside on this one. Get him swinging. Get the pitcher back in the count.
Two-one count with the runners in the corners.
Travis Bragg not being very aggressive over there on first. I see why now. But when you have Diego on the backside of you and you're looking at Travis, if Travis can shake him, keep his eye off Diego, Diego is definitely stealing home.
So Juan does lay down a bunt, and unfortunately, the first baseman meets the pitcher there instead of going over to first and allowing the pitcher to come over. As that was a awkward bunt there from Juan. It looked like he wanted to pull it back and get out of the way, as that one was going to be a ball.
And I don't know if people can see it at home, but the way he had his hands, that ball hit right in the middle between his left and the right hand.
But that was still enough for the cushion run to come in, as the Generals now lead 6-4 with Diego getting across home plate.
Andrew, that was your pitch, buddy.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
As Ermis is 0 for 3 tonight. In I would say, semi-slump. Wow.
Stands tall there, as that one almost takes him out at the knees.
It sure did.
Steps back into the box with a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. This one inside as well for 2 balls now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second, as the Generals now have put 1 across the plate in this inning. Has increased their lead to 6-4 over the Seguin River Monsters. Swing and a miss there is going to even up the count, 2-2.
Yeah, you got a 2-2 count. I'm not surprised if he still throwing down the middle and low. He knows Andrew's not swinging the bat. Oh, inside. Full count. They got a 3 full count, 1 out. Runner at first and second. If I'm on the mound and I know Andrew's not hitting as prime time as he should be, I'm being aggressive as a pitcher. And I'm throwing this one right down the middle. Just a little high.
That walk will load the bases. Dante Turgeon comes up to bat now.
Turgeon has a walk for the night. Gilbert, Arizona resident.
As this wild pitch gets away from the catcher, and that's going to put another run across for the Generals, as well as the other 2 runners advances. We now have runners at second and third with a 7-4 lead, and still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, last time Turgeon saw the River Monsters outside of last night, he does have 2 RBIs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout, and 2 stolen bases on the River Monsters. And this is only game 2 of the 4.
That one outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on.
And the bubbles are going. We got the bubbles and the chairs up, the bells going. Generals fans, we are engaged.
Make that 3-0 count now. That one is high and inside. Seguin does have a pitcher in the bullpen warming up over there.
And that will be ball 4 for Dante as they load the bases again. Make that walk number 10 for Dante. As Turgeon will be coming out of the game.
We will have a pitching change as well, as the man that I spoke about warming up now enters the game. As we see Reese Lunsford down there with the helmet in hand, so he possibly could be the substitution for Dante. Sam Peterson will be the man on the mound for the Seguin River Monsters. They now trail by 3, but he's coming in, having 2 runs come across for the Generals, and with the bases loaded, he'll have to be on his A game now to try and stop the bleeding before it gets out of hand.
Well, he knows what it's like when it's already out of hand, because we did see him last night as he went 1 2/3 inning, giving up a hit, a run, an earned run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So the Generals they are familiar with his pitching.
And congratulations to whoever ends up winning that raffle here at Faith and Family Night.
Yep, as he will see the bottom and top of the order. Reese Lunsford, Dante Turgeon, as we go get back to Generals baseball, bases loaded, 1 out. Dante Turgeon will sit the rest of this game out as a pinch runner comes on for him. It'll be Reese Lunsford.
Ian Cobos will step into the batter's box here for the Generals with the bases loaded, hoping to continue to tack on more runs against these River Monsters. As that first pitch is going to be ball 1.
More than likely, I could almost bet he's going to walk in at least 1 or 2. That was their problem last night, bases loaded. They love to bring them runs in.
This one, though, a swing and a miss. That's strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, with the Generals bringing across 2 so far this part of the inning, it is a 7-4 game in favor of those Generals. He'll show bunt. That'll be a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
As we do see a new catcher, because I'm pretty sure the catcher from last night absolutely got beat up by the pitcher.
Delivers the 1-2. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. Evening up the count, 2-2 now.
Yeah, and it goes back to situational awareness as a pitcher. You got 3 on. One of the Generals I'd say mids and batting, like mid card. But you still got to be smart.
Makes contact with this one, but it's going to go foul. So we stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded.
Where did that come from?
Swing and a miss there is going to be strike 3, and that'll be out number 2. As we go back to the top of the lineup, Damian Whitfield will now come up to bat for the Generals. The bases remain loaded for the Generals as well. Damian, unfortunately, 0 for 3 so far on the night, but has been walked once. Makes contact there, but that's going to be chipped off foul. 0-1 count. Even though he's 0 for 3, he has not struck out tonight. Everything has been in the field. So that's a ball, evening up the count, 1-1. Makes contact here, but this one hit to the second baseman. He's going to make the throw to first. That will retire the sides here in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th, 7-4 now in favor of the Generals after they put 2 across. So we now turn it over to Jason Quartz.
Yep. It is going to be a barn burner tonight as we lead 7-4. As you can tell, the River Monsters are out of pitchers. We're officially starting using position players, is what I would do as their coach. As we will see a new pitcher for the Generals. Alejandro Marquez.
Yeah, Alejandro Marquez will be the man to take the bump now. Number 44 for the Generals. He will be potentially the setup man, as they also do have another pitcher over there warming up in the bullpen who will more than likely act as the closer for the night.
Yeah, I'm sure Marquez will go into the top of the 9th, and that'll be his night, and we will see the closer come in. And Alejandro Marquez is a 6'2". Junior out of Houston Christian College, hometown Richmond, Texas. Throws right, bats right. 210 pounds. He's got 1 win on the year. The 4.05 ERA out of 6 2/3 innings pitched. He's got 4 strikeouts, 6 walks, and given up 5 hits. He has seen the Bombers twice as he's went 3 innings with them, got 1 of his wins from them. He's only walked once and struck out 1 out of the 10 batters that he has faced. So I think Coach Oros has confidence in Marquez against the Bombers. I mean the River Monsters.
Well, the first River Monster he will face off against is Salas, who's 1 for 3 on the night. Of course, 2 home runs, one of those being from last night, 23 RBIs. So he's going up against one of the power bats for the River Monsters. So big test for him early, right off the bat here in the top of the 8th.
For the Seguin River Monsters, number 50, Manny Salas.
Salas steps in. Marquez quickly sees what he likes and delivers. That one unfortunately low for ball 1. Big swing and a miss there from Salas, as that's going to even it up. 1-1. I think this might be a awkward change of pace for the River Monsters, as it looks like Marquez has a faster delivery than what they've been seeing tonight.
Yep, but the faster you throw it, if he makes contact, the further it is going.
That one inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ooh,
Called
that
a
was-
ball. 3 balls, 1 strike.
A little high, but I think that would have been a strike.
Another big swing and a miss, as now we have a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for our leadoff man.
Damn, he swung that one so hard he made the flag move. Again.
Manny Salas is hoping to put one up in the air, but as you said, a flag not really moving much. No wind to speak of. But
Swinging so
gets them
hard.
there, swinging. So that's going to do it for Manny. As now we head on to Connor Kaiser. He will be the next man up for the Seguin River Monsters.
Kaiser's got 2 hits for the night. So Salas, it leaves with 1 for 4 on the night.
That one way inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on. This one hit high over top of us into the parking lot. So that will make it a 1-1 count now. And of course, if you do walk outside, you see that this ball has damaged your car, hit up our sponsors tomorrow, the Victoria Auto Group, and they'll get you into a new car as soon as possible. Called the strike there. Got him to just watch it go by. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside for ball 2, evening up the count, 2-2. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Does get a piece of this one. Damian Whitfield over. Unfortunately, it's going to drop in front of him, but Damian is there to wrangle this one in and keep it at least to a single. As we are now to our beer batter of the night, Caleb Boswell. Boswell, though, has been playing spoiler all night.
2 hits and 1 run across the plate from Boswell. Not my choice of beer batter if it was up to me.
That one a little too far inside for ball 1. There's the strike called. 1-1 count now with one out. Runner over on first. As this is Boswell's 101st at-bat of the season. And he's going to hit this one into right field, and it's going to drop. Runner's going to go around second, test the arm, and unfortunately it's going to get away from the third baseman, and that is going to allow the runner to come across home and Boswell to go into second base. As now the Seguin River Monsters only trail by 2. The tying run coming up to the plate. A runner in scoring position.
And he had him. He just like let that one go a split second too early, and it sailed on him.
Simone now coming up to bat for the River Monsters. And again, Simone still looking for his first hit of the year here in the TCL. Swing and a miss there for strike one. Checks the runner and delivers. That's going to be in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Tying run plate.
Makes contact, but that one's going to go foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
I need to keep that glove in and stop sticking it out so much, or we are going to catch some interference. Not what we need right now.
That one called a ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, and he will sit down, still searching for his first hit.
I know Simone was searching for his first hit, but he found his 7th strikeout.
The man that has shifted from right field to left field, Major Pellion, now comes up to bat with 2 outs and a man on second, down by 2. The last thing you want to do is leave a runner stranded in scoring position.
Something they are familiar with.
This one hit foul into the parking lot. If you do hit up the Victoria Auto Group, make sure you hit up Jack's Financial to try and get pre-approved, helps with your financials to make sure you can make that process even easier.
And after you sign the paperwork from Jack's to Victory, head on over to Hypro. Get you a new system in there, get you some TVs, heck, get you a race car, family fun. That's what we should do. We should make a commercial about the commercials. How could we do that?
And got him. That's going to be out number 3 on strike 3. As the Seguin River Monsters leave a man at second. We head into the bottom of the 8th. The Generals leading 7-5 here at the beautiful Riverside Stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be Pellion's 15th strikeout on the year. As a River Monster, it's not what you want to hear, but as a general, you got Marquez dealing like that. Marquez, sorry, I've messed his name up, but you have him dealing like that. That's what you want to see going into the bottom end of the season, walking into the playoffs, throwing gas. 7-5, bottom of the 8th, we will be. Hurry up. I've seen this before. It's not even 24 hours ago. It's the same setting as last night. He was on the mound at the end of the game. This is literally the same setting as last night.
Caleb Cotton will be coming up to bat for the Victoria Generals as he will be hoping to avoid the golden sombrero, but it looks like we may have a potential substitution maybe? I'm not sure, but the coach for Seguin is heading out there with his clipboard. If we did miss any substitutions, we do apologize for that. But right now, Caleb Cotton coming up to bat, and he'll see strike number 1 as the first pitch to him. That one low for ball 1, making it 1 ball, 1 strike. A little too far inside for another ball. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's way inside.
Whoa. Not saying that would have felt good, but I would not have wanted to taken that hit in the thigh. I would have been on the ground for quite a while.
3 balls, 1 strike to our leadoff batter, and Cotton's
There we
gonna
go.
get a piece of this one, and it's gonna drop in shallow left.
Good.
Cotton avoids the golden sombrero.
My man.
Two-time TCL Player of the Week, Diego Diaz, coming up into the batter's box now. He'll do so with Caleb Cotton, the speedster, over at first.
Yep. And Diego has surpassed the overall average as the number 1 Generals batter tonight, having his .338 average as Cotton goes.
And unfortunately, Looks like Cotton slid past the bag. He's arguing his case, but unfortunately for him, it looks like the body of the shortstop in the way, so he's not able to see that his other hand was on the bag, and he is called out. This one is a ball called, making it a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Swing and a miss there for strike 2.
Yeah, if Diego wants to take the crown of TCL 25 Player of the Year, a strikeout is not going to help his case.
This one low and gets away from the catcher for another ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Patience on General's base running. If Cotton would have just held up one more pitch, he could have been at third base right now.
Outside for another ball, giving us a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He will reach base on balls. As now Cole Tabor will come up to bat.
It's going to be 21 or 26 walks for Diego on the year. Cole Tabor, as this will be Peterson's first walk.
Cole, 2 RBIs and 2 hits. So far, he's also accounted for 1 run on the evening. Right now, looking at no balls, 1 strike.
Diego's gone. Look at him.
Cole's gonna get a piece of this one. Unfortunately for Diego, he's got to speed back to first. That will be 2 away now for the Generals here in the bottom of the 8th. '24 TCL Player of the Year comes up to bat, hoping to knock in, at least in our opinion, 2025 TCL Player of the Year.
As Travis Bragg's hidden talent is he is a fisherman. I saw the Facebook short video of him as Hayden Tronson did today, and I'll have to say that is probably the funniest video I've seen all year of the Generals.
Tries to get him over at first, but he's able to reach back successfully. There he goes.
Safe.
In there safely. That is a successful steal from Diego. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner now at second after the steal. That one called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, Travis represents potentially the final at-bat for the Generals.
Or run number 9.
Diego's gonna go, but this one's gonna be hit foul.
I would really love to see Travis just take this one right over the light pole.
Yes, as he still searches for that elusive first home run. With only 3 regular season games to go.
Or maybe he's just saving it for the playoffs.
This one hit high, probably well above the light post, but unfortunately it's going to drop down into the glove of the third baseman as we now head to the top of the ninth in what might be the final half of the game.
Yeah, speaking of light poles, last night I think there was 4 errors on drop balls that players they tracked it and that ball landed like 20 yards away from them.
David Lopez will come in now for the Generals on the mound.
As he takes a faith and family knee on the mound, wish him the best on this outing as he closes the game for us. Man, that's just like, you don't want to see that at the end of the game. Big old number 99 coming in, throwing gas like that. Yeah, like, is he Leonidas? Or is it Leonidas from Gladiator? Get some of that dirt. Hey, Marcus, thank you very much, sir.
You're thinking of 300. Marcus Aurelius or something like that was Gladiator.
Leonidas.
Was from 300.
Yeah.
Either way, you don't want to see either one of those gentlemen up on the mound.
It's like seeing Rick Vaughn, number 99.
And what might be the final at-bat for the River Monsters, they go to the top of the lineup. Eric Bacon will lead off the ninth.
Yeah, Marquez went one inning, got 2 hits, gave up 1 run, earned run, 3 strikeouts, and out of the 5 batters he faced, as we see, ball 1.
If I'm Seguin, I'm loving where I'm at least as far as my lineup, having my leading hitter into the box to lead us off.
Yeah, it's like a new game, just it's the last inning.
That ball is going to even us up 1-1. This one hit into the netting here in front of us. So now we have 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man. Bacon so far 2 for 4 on the night. He does have 2 runs as well. And now that's going to be a 2-2 count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bacon at .303 average with 1 RBI. And that's going to be strike 3. Sits him down to start us off. David Lopez is bringing the heat tonight, as Alfonso Camacho might just be the next victim. He started off the game striking out there in inning number 1. Let's see if we potentially strike him out here in inning number 2. Strike 1 is the call. Big swing and a miss as that now brings us to no balls, 2 strikes. Camacho there with that big power swing, might be just in his head trying to play hero, but gets him looking, no swing that time.
Hear better? Nope.
Lopez now, 2 batters faced, 2 batters struck out. Matthew Felix, who was the substitution, playing right field for Seguin. That is another strike here for Lopez, looking to close us out. Called a strike again, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Seguin potentially down to their final pitch. Lopez delivers. This one hit, Lopez going after it. But he will reach base successfully. But it looks like we're going to have a meeting of the umpires to find out if this went foul. Now, unfortunately, it looked like Andrew did touch this one while it was in play and have it bounce off of him foul. Therefore, he is called safe there at first with a single. As now we go to Josh Vaughn coming up to bat for Seguin, and he represents the tying run.
No, coach, don't do this right now.
Coach Orris, of course, going down there to get some clarification on the call.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this is good. This is our chosen closer. Out of the 3 games he's pitched, he's had 5 innings we've seen him in, only given up. If they call this a hit, it'll be 2 hits on out of the 5 games. Or sorry, the 3 games, 5 innings. Struck out 10 batters. So 12. He's got 12 strikeouts. Yeah, this dude is. That's our closer.
That's our stud of a closer.
230 pounds, 6'2", out of Mission, Texas, a New Mexico college alum.
And he is not playing around, delivering another strike. Vaughn, of course, representing the tying run. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner over on first. And a bat goes flying and sticks into the net. But of course that hit foul. Luckily nobody injured there. No balls, 2 strikes. And just for that, for trying to take out some Generals fans, hopefully David Lopez sits him down right here on this pitch.
As the Generals bullpen, and that is it.
Does so, strike 3, sits him down. Sayonara, see you later, adios, however you want to say it. David Lopez goes out there and delivers on 3 strikeouts to close us out and the Generals walk away with a 5-7 win here at the oh so beautiful Riverside Stadium in Victoria, Texas. And man, oh man, if this is what is to come for these playoffs, if I'm the Bombers, if I'm the Cane Cutters, even if I'm the Rougarou, I'm starting to shake in my boots just a little bit, because just like last year when they got hot at the end of the season, Victoria getting hot when it matters.
Well said. I could not have said it better myself. That is all that matters in any sport. Getting hot at the right time and getting cold at the wrong time. That's I'm not speaking it, but I could see something like that happening. But I will be celebrating wherever we are with whoever is there.
As we see the Whataburger flag of victory take the bases, I myself, Cody Russo, the voice of victory, joined as always up in the moon base by Jason Quartz.
Yes, sir. See y'all guys Friday night for Game 4 of the 4-game series against the River Monsters.
As of course we turn to Seguin tomorrow, it will be on the road, but as Jason said, we will be right back with it Friday for the final game of the regular season. Y'all have a wonderful night. Or no, I'm sorry, there's still one Sunday.
No, final home game, but then we travel to Baton Rouge for 2